You're worth it, right? And the big problem that most of us deal with is self-worth, right? If we're honest with ourselves, there's always going to be this feeling and this battling of I'm not worth it. And whether it came through some traumatic experience as a kid, or we put two and two together through some situation or scenario, the brain somehow attaches to I'm not worth it rather than the other way around. Think about if the brain were naturally positive and every time you succeeded at something, that trophy you got for being the fastest runner in third grade, imagine if it attached to that, right? But we don't do that. For whatever reason, we attach to the negative circumstances, we attach to the negative outcomes, the seeming failures, right? I already talked about how to rebound from failure, and we oftentimes make those the permanent judgments rather than all the evidence out there that proves that we are worth it. The evidence that proves that we do have what it takes to live a prosperous and productive life. The evidence that says we do have the abilities and the skills, right, to live our dreams, right? But we for whatever reason, like we sink her down and we believe the negative aspects that tell us we're not worth it, that we don't deserve it, that happiness, that wealth, that whatever you want to put in that positive bucket is for those people or that group of society or that status or that walk of life, and that we don't deserve it. But I want to tell you a story of a little boy who saw a sign on his pet store that said puppies for sale. Right, and this sign would attract a lot of kids. So kids would come into this pet store looking for puppies. And so the boy came, and the store owner, he asked the store owner, how much are the puppies going for? And the store owner said, from about $30 to $50. Now the little boy didn't have $30 to $50. In fact, he just had $2.37, and he took out his change from his pocket, and he said, would he be able to just see the puppies, right? With this little money that he had, he just wanted to be able to see them and see what's possible or whatnot. And of course, the store owner smiled and whistled for his assistant, and his assistant brought out these 5 little balls of fur. These beautiful puppies came out, right? And one of them lagged behind. One of them was really slow and kind of crippled and lagged behind considerably compared to the other puppies. And the little boy asked the pet owner, what's up with that puppy back there? And the store owner explained that the veterinarian had examined this puppy, and it had figured out that the puppy had no hip socket. And so it would be disabled, and it would be lame for its whole life. It would always kind of walk about like that and lag behind, and it would walk with a limp. And the boy said, well, that's the puppy that I want. That's it right there. And the store owner quickly responded, no, you don't want that puppy, not that puppy. In fact, if you want that puppy, I'll give you that puppy for free. And the boy said, no, I don't want it for free. That puppy is worth every penny. And in fact, I want to pay full price for that puppy because that puppy is worth it. And he said, here, take my $2.37, and I promise you every month I will pay you 50 cents a month until I've paid off of my debt for that puppy. And the store owner said again, no, you don't want that puppy. That puppy will never be able to run with you. That puppy will never be able to jump and play with you like all of the other puppies. And the boy insisted that he wanted that puppy. Store owner again said, no, I don't want to sell you this puppy. It's not right. No, take the other puppies. And the boy insisted on that puppy, on the crippled puppy, the lame puppy, the puppy with the limp. And finally, after they're going back and forth with the store owner, saying, hey, no, you want these puppies. The boy lifted up his pant leg. You can't see my pant leg, right? He lifted up his pant leg to reveal a crooked, crippled left leg supported by a metal brace. And this is what the boy said to the store owner. He said, well, I can't run that fast. And that puppy, that poor little puppy's, he's going to need someone that understands. And I understand him. And he's worth it. So that's my puppy. Take my $2.37 and give me my puppy. Because that's my puppy and he's worth it. Right? And that's the meaning of the story. We're all worth it. We're all worth it. Despite, characteristics, despite flaws, despite things that may not be in alignment with societal norms and conditions, we're all worth it. We're all that puppy. And just as we know that we're worth it, we got to be able to see worth in other people, right? We got to be able to see worth in every single human being on this earth. And the minute we get to a place in our egos where we think we're better than the next man, or we think we're better than the next woman, or we start to judge by any metric or qualification that you want to judge by, then we've missed it. We've missed it, because we're all worth it. And even that shop owner didn't realize it. The shop owner didn't realize that puppy's worth, and he wanted to give that puppy away for free, and he didn't even feel comfortable giving that puppy for $30 to $50 like the other puppies. And how often do we do that? How often do we do that with ourselves? A lot of us discount ourselves. A lot of us don't. We discount our own selves. We count our own selves out before other people count us out. But what is that company, L'Oreal? Some of the women might know this one. Is their motto, because you're worth it? Why do you want to be that? Why do you want to go to school and aspire to that level of education? Why do you have those dreams and aspirations? Your answer is, because I'm worth it. Because I want it. One of my mentors taught me that when you justify what you want to be, then you miss the boat. There's no justification for it. It's because you're worth it. It's because you want it. And that's it. Because the minute you start justifying it, then you're trying to come up with some reason. Well, if you can come up with a reason why you want it, then that means there's a group of people that don't deserve it. That means there's a qualification that or status or whatever background that doesn't deserve it. If you can come up with a reason why you deserve it, there's no reason for them to have it. There's no reason for the people you're seeing that are blessed or what have you in whatever way you want to measure. It's no reason for them to have it. So don't come up with reasons. It's simply because you're worth it. And it's despite where you've been. It's despite where you're born. It's despite where you come from. It's despite your skill level, education, background. It's despite all that stuff. It's not about where you start. It's not about where you start. It's always about what you do, where you finish, what you do on the journey. See, it's all one journey, and we all gonna realize we're all on the same journey. We're all the same. Right? We're all brothers and sisters on this same journey. And some of us come in different entrances, right? Some of us have been on the journey longer than others. Some of us come where the palm trees are looking good and the county has a little bit more money to reinvest in the community, so the freeway looks a little better. But some of us get on where there's potholes we've had to get around and there's some detours, but guess what? We get on the same freeway. Right? And we all have a right to that freeway, that fast lane, that lane, if we would only just keep going. If we would just only keep going. Paula Abdul always quotes, there's no traffic past the extra mile. So stay on that freeway. I don't care what interest you got on. Stay on that freeway. Don't get off. Keep driving. Keep your metal to the pedal. What do they say? Keep your foot on the gas and keep going, because you're worth it. You're worth it. And that is my message today. And just as you're worth it, remember and realize and recognize the worth in other people. Because when you miss that, then you've missed it. You've missed it. So you're worth it. I'm worth it. We're all worth it. We're all worth it. And that's the message.